I didn't take off my sticker. Hello, everyone. I apologize for being a few minutes late. I was getting some last things done, but anyway, I am Nina Adora, and this is A Wicked Lifestyle Planning Edition. How are you? How was your week? Let me know down in the comments if you want to, and while you're down there, go ahead and hit subscribe and or like. But let's get started. Why is it giving me all the problems this morning? I have a playlist going, but I sometimes it feels like life is complicated. Okay, let me play this playlist. I'm gonna add more songs to it, and I can't even get it to, I don't know how to do it. Like everything is, this should be playing in my Echo Dot. In a minute, I'm going to say we're not going to worry about it. Echo Dot, that's where it should be playing. Echo Dot. Play on Echo Dot. Okay, there we go. You didn't come here for all of this. It should have been done, but I apologize that it is not. All right, so we could just have something. I don't even think you can hear it. But one last thing, and then let's get started for real. All right, figured it out. Too bad I could not figure that out in the time that I was taking to prepare for this video. So let's get started with the week. The songs are songs that I made with AI. Finally, whenever I log on to my OBS, everything is working the way that I want it. It's showing the iPad. Everything is coming up the way that I want it to. So I'm happy about that. I did make another screen so that I can see the chat if there ever becomes a chat. Let me show you, but because of the way it is set up, you can see the I can see the chat, but I'll show you. Why is it not showing the correct desktop? Okay, never mind, let's go back. This is not the correct desktop. That's still Discord, or maybe it's in this one. No, it should be that one, or maybe it's not. I don't know. It should be that one because it shows the desktop. Anyway, whatever. It's always something that I have to arrange. Anyway, the purpose of that was to say that I can see the chat if anyone decides to join and ask a question. But anyway, let's get into how I decorated the spread. Again, all of these images can be found in the Discord by scanning the QR code below. Scan that right now. Because we are gonna do next week's planning, and if you intend on using the stickers that I'm using or doing what I'm doing with my planner, it's just an idea, then you're welcome to use the stickers that I use. Admittedly, I crop out stickers, so I will show, and then some of them you might not have, like this one right here because I didn't put in the dates. Or like anything that has a word, you might not have that because I didn't transfer those over. Um, so this is my week. I'm just trying to finish out the week strong. I really had a low energy week. I did my taxes. I did my homework. Yeah, I did my taxes late. It's because of how I want to budget my money. I want to budget money for taxes as far out as possible. So, because I usually don't, like if I could have it in the first 3 weeks of the year, that would be great, but they usually don't send out the W-2s until after the first 3 weeks of the year. So, for that reason, I just do them like when they're due, by the time they're due, so that I can have it for the later or like the upcoming summer months or whatever. So I did my taxes, I did my homework. Did I not? So I did my taxes and I did my homework. This is my mentor texted me. I think she is texting me today about an event that we have next week that I really have no intention on going to. I just don't want to. But unless she says, oh, I nominated you for whoop, 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 and then that means I have to show up, but I don't. But anyway, maybe we'll see. I don't think they would give it to me anyway, but whatever. Even if she did, because they're petty. But anyway, so homework, we had to do a peer review for our classmates' homework, and I know I was like, oh, she did not turn in her assignment as a copy and paste from ChatGPT. We could tell this is all you did was copy and paste. You didn't. I was like, you gotta at least edit it. So it took me a minute to get it done because I was like, part of me just wanted to be petty and was like, well, since you submitted it in ChatGPT, I'm gonna respond in ChatGPT and don't edit it. But I didn't do that. I did edit the response at least and show her what she, like, we're in a master's program. It's bad enough that you're using ChatGPT anyway. I will say we because I use it too, but I edit mine. I reprompt it to make sure it's giving me follow the directions exactly. It does not say come up with new ideas. It says pinpoint something specifically out of what was already written, and you didn't do that. Oh, well, it kind of did, but it was like, we need a little more. So, and then for me, I rearrange sentences, I use a thesaurus, I change up the punctuation, just stuff that you can do to make it your own. Like when you prompt it, you have to give it your thought process in the first place. So, yeah, I was just like, okay, what I'm gonna do anyway. Like I said, it's been a low energy week for me, especially since we didn't have class on Wednesday. That means I probably am not leaving the house, which I did not. So I didn't go get groceries. I don't need groceries. I need to get TP, paper towels. Now I need more facial tissues because the nose is out of control and I'm already almost out of tissue. Facial tissues. I have more facial tissue than I do toilet paper, but still, I go through it a lot, like a lot. I'm going through this box has 66 wipes in it. And the other boxes that I bought that box specifically for this room because I have a cover for it that I don't use. It's like I go through it way too fast for that cover to be on there. But really not in this room. That's why the box is still unopened. But if I don't get more tissue of the regular boxes, which have 120 tissues in it, then I will start on that box. So it's like, okay. But anyway, I'm almost out. And I think I went 2 weeks ago. So it's like I spend a lot of money on facial tissue. Like this week, I think, okay, last week or over the weekend or one of these days, it's been occurring so much that I don't even write it down anymore, or I don't keep track of it anymore because I don't think I ever had written it down. But my nose was bleeding a lot, and one way to bleed it or get it to stop is to snort water. And so I was snorting the water, but apparently, remember, I still have crap in my nose from last year. It's been a year that I'm still trying to get out. It's coming out, but it changes consistency. It re-solidified to a rock, and it would not move. I couldn't loosen it from around the edges to try to grab it out. This is gross. I'm so disappointed in the healthcare system. I'm like, what is your point? What is your point for being here? Because you're not helping me. Like you gave me too much blood. Now I'm going to bleed it all out. My body does a natural bloodletting. It does not want blood. Say I have stigmata or something. But anyway, he just kicked me out of the hospital so fast. I'm like, you didn't even try to take the time to get to know what my ailments are. You just have the impression that I'm not going to listen to what you say. No, I'm not going to let you pump me full of drugs. But if we can talk, have a conversation outside of that, if you know how to speak non-drug language, take this, take that. No, I'm not. My body is not accustomed to that. And before I even left the hospital, I started getting sicker. Okay, so anyway, it re-solidified. And so I can breathe. It's a little bit obstructed, but not, I can breathe. It's not a big deal. But I can't smell anything. I haven't been able to taste anything. I finally started being able to taste a little bit yesterday because I've been like moving it around. Like, you need to get off that nerve because I can't eat if I can't taste my food. It's not how I'm supposed to eat if I can't taste my food. Like, for real, I gotta eat. I'm tiny too. Stop playing with me. I need my food. So I've been dealing with that all week, and then it feels like it's a lot of pressure. So my sinuses just like, I just had a whole sinus headache, and I'm like, I'm not taking any medication for it. And besides, it's a foreign body. I don't think any medication is gonna assist. It has to be pulled out. It's solidified. It's like it was dust from the ceiling for me trying to do some shit, and it solidified in my nose. And I told you what this was, and you still did not want to listen to me. So my body is actively bleeding, trying to get rid of it. And it's like, okay, well, whatever. Anyway, so I had planned on going to the casino, but I didn't go because of just not really feeling well. It takes away my energy. And so anyway, I'm fine. I did not go to the alumni mixer. Did not feel like it. I'm trying to check out. Transitioning from into summer. Let's just say it that way. And I kind of don't want to be bothered that much. That's normal for me. I want to work on trying to get passive income up and going by my birthday, but I need school to be done because I have a tendency, listen to my ad. And while you're here, give the video a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel for more. I turned it down, not up.
Notifications of when I post. Now, let's get into it.
Okay, anyway, that's on the playlist. Well, I don't know if you can hear all of this stuff anyway. But anyway, so I just been having a low key week. I want to transition out of school or out of the mindset of having to do schoolwork because I guilt trip myself if I don't have my schoolwork done by a certain time. I have to get into the mind frame like, oh my God, I'm so tired of this. But I signed up for it, so I have to do it anyway. I need to complete it. What happened? Okay, I'm not gonna worry about it. It's a new song, one that we like. Um, I want to fix that. I'm gonna make a new playlist that we can listen to while we're planning. That's not copywritten music. That would be nice, right? Anyway, so here we are on Friday. I was gonna do my chores yesterday. Actually, I started on straightening up my room, but I didn't get to my kitchen because they randomly turn off the water and don't tell you. So when I went in there, the water was off, and I was just like, you know what? Today is not a day that I can. I cannot can today, so I did not, and it was just what it was. And so we'll try to use today to get back on track. I have to leave the house today because I have to get some toilet paper. So anyway, this is where we are, and since I have to work, oh, and then my self-care, I took out the little braids that I had in there to wear underneath my unit. Uh, and I need to shampoo it and trim the ends, and I'm gonna twist it this time. I'm not gonna put braids in it. I'm gonna actually twist it so that my curls can have more definition. I started on my nails, and I did one hand and then the other hand, but I didn't get to the other hand because when I started to go into file this hand, apparently I didn't cure the gel enough, and so it's raggedy, and so I took some of it off, and I just need to go back and redo it. And I haven't felt like it because I haven't been feeling good. I've been feeling low energy, so that is what is on my agenda to finish up out this week. I don't necessarily have family or people that I intend on celebrating Easter with. If I cook for myself, I'm doing good. If I have leftovers, then I already did good. And then next week I have work, and I'm gonna meal prep. And then, as you know, something that I've been doing is, let me turn all of this off and see if it'll just click. No, it has to be big. Where did we go? Oh my goodness. What did we just do? Undo. Okay. I'm trying to grab that text box right there. I like this. Can I just put it on text? There we go. Sometimes it works, sometimes it does not. It is so iffy. So let me show you the daily spreads that I've done this week. They did not include. Let me show you from Friday. Yeah. So this was Thursday. This was Friday, the one that we did together. This was Saturday. So cute, the one that I used in the thumbnail. This is Thursday. And Why did I go backwards? I'm so slow. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. It says Monday on it. That's why I do stuff like that, because clearly, but when we woke up on Monday morning, it was like, whoa, I didn't like put all the text in it because I found that I'm not gonna write out everything that I'm doing for the day or I have to do for the day, because usually it's nothing or whatever I want. Or oh, and I didn't put update or show you a little bit of the update on the pivot plan. um, we're like 20 minutes in, but we're going through the planner and not just chit chatting. Um, so actually, I kind of finished this morning, but I still know what it was about because I entitled it specifically so that we could remember. But we woke up and China was like, we make all of this stuff right here. So, to me, I like current events, and we got a lot going on right now. So I wanted to mark it, but this is my way of journaling. So I'm using magazine type covers to put stuff here. Like you can see on the thumbnail how I kind of created a full cover for that thumbnail, but in my actual journal it's blank, and that's because I took the images from my journal and I loaded them into my Adobe Express, and then I created the cover that way so that I can just create the thumbnail for the live stream. And I was going to put some titles that pertain to the current events for that day as if I were writing a magazine. And in the event that I want to journal, well, really, I will put these all together, and I want to upload them to Etsy, and then you can do whatever you want with them. You can make a magazine, or you don't have to make a magazine cover, but I use this for journaling. It's more like art journaling, and if I want to write something or grab like my affirmations and stuff and put them here, I feel like that works better than me putting breakfast. Do this today. There's no time limit to do it. So I mean, just do it whenever. I mean, like maybe you don't know. I don't have a full-time job where I have to keep a schedule. I work when I want to work, and like I have to do my meal prep before I start working, and I want the kitchen clean before I do all of that. But that's not until next week. Sometime until the middle of next week. I was feeling a little frustrated with myself because I was like, oh my goodness, this place is so cluttered because I have to take downtime after work because we're standing on our feet for 11 hours per day sometimes. So that did impact me, but I was noticing the clutter and I was like, ah. And so I did some of it, but again, like I said, they turned the water off yesterday, and I was like, so, and I did this one for this morning, I think. Yeah, this is for Friday. And this one doesn't have anything specific, and neither does this one. I just like the layouts, and being able to, if I want to turn it into a magazine cover, and it doesn't have to be half of the page. Remember when I last week was saying that I didn't get the ratio of the page correct when I I wasn't, excuse me, I just keep on burping. I wasn't trying to get the ratio of the page correct when I made these images. This wasn't a thing. However, next time I put the page ratio in it so I don't have to stretch it. When I'm creating the images for May, I'll do that because I think I want to keep this style. This is something for me to have a creative outlet every day. And so this was the one for today. I was going to add a little bit more to it, but now that I look at it, I don't think I need to. But anyway, what I normally do is I do that. And now we can get back to the weeklies, so that we can start to plan next week. So I did choose a background. It's gonna be stretched. We are not going to have qualms about it. We are just going to allow it to be stretched. Okay. Boom. I like it already. Um, yeah, I was considering switching over to Adobe Express, but then all of my page, well, let me see. Let me show you what I'm talking about. We're not going to get to a whole lot. We got 30 minutes left. I mean, we have as long as we want to have, but we have 30 minutes left. So, okay, like I said, I was doing this. I was just going to reset on me like that. Okay. But it's like Canva. And if I wanted to, I can put the whole planner in here. But I think when I add a page, let me see. Same size. When I add a page, I can just go like, but can I add links to the pages? Can't. Can't link pages. Okay, well, anyway, let's delete this page because it's not necessary. But that's one of the reasons why I don't just use Adobe Express, because it's more like Canva, which you can do your planner pages in Canva if you want. But that's another thing. I mean, you know how it goes. So let's get back to this page. And quite honestly, I'm in a keep it simple lately. I've been keeping it simple. So let's grab some boxes and resize them. I'm just gonna grab white. I will put my date right there. I've been liking the black though too. Let's grab a black box. I think let's put our weeklies in the middle. One, duplicate. Delete, because it's not like I'm gonna be doing anything for real. They don't need to be that big. Duplicate. I want them to be okay. That looks like it works. Let me put this in front of me. Okay. But I can't. So annoying. Let me do this. I'll copy it. I'll undo. Copy. Undo. And then paste. Paste. Can I paste? Paste. And then one more. Paste. Or I just duplicate. That works too. And then I will delete this one. And I kind of want to move this one over. So those are our days of the week.
Welcome to a wicked lifestyle. Glad you made it. And
Well,
while
you
you're
just got
here,
an
click the
ad
video
in the middle.
subscribe to my channel for more content like this.
It's on the
And ring the
playlist.
bell for notifications of when I post. Now, let's get into it.
That is so hilarious. I think I would prefer now to use these boxes. Let's duplicate and let's go to images. I think I'm gonna fix my playlist after let's duplicate and make this way smaller. Tune in. All right, I like that. But we will need to duplicate it because it can't be the only one like that. Duplicate for to indicate the weekend. Let me line them up some. Okay, I'm gonna be working on these days anyway, I believe. Okay, and so we'll just really be decorating this page. It's pointless for me to, I don't need to add any color or anything. I just need to add the spaces. Let me duplicate this one. Then let's grab, okay, so that's going to be what our page looks like, the setup for our page. Very simple. While we're here, I'll just go in and put the dates. It is April 21st through the 28th. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 27. Okay, and then let's make that bigger. First through 27th. Okay, and now we will go over. You can go over to the Discord. I am going to go over to the Midjourney app simply because I probably should have put my phone on, what do you call that? Let's grab this. Oh, I have to open it. Let's grab this. I'm going to I could use these again. You can't see which ones I was pointing to. It's quite all right. I only want the dots anyway. I don't feel like there's a whole lot that I want to add to the page just because I would like to move on to something else, like how I use the Chat GPT. So what I'm gonna do is I am going to duplicate this, duplicate, and crop. And then first, let's just go ahead and crop these circles. Done. Let's duplicate, and crop. Let's crop this half. Crop. I know it's a lot of cropping. I want the green. I don't want all of them. Done. And then one last thing. I'm going to crop it freehand. That's terrible. But you won't notice. And I could just duplicate onto, and then grab these two. Oh, I can't. Duplicate. And then let's grab this one. Let's grab this one. And then crop it again. Freehand. That one looks terrible. Let's crop it again. Wait. This is gonna look terrible too. That's fine. Let's put this one over here. See, it's too big anyway. Let's leave room for a title. Duplicate. Undo. Okay, we'll align them so that they look a little better later, and then we can do one more. Let's do the lighter color one. Let's just do this one. Well, we'll do two more. Let's crop it one more time. And let's put it on this one. Or, no! Dang it. It was this one. Okay. We'll put it there. Oh, I can't do that. Let's enlarge. I will probably end up putting like an affirmation right there or something, or maybe I don't have to. Let's put it on this side. Okay, that works. And then if we're gonna grab anything from these, let's crop it. Crop. Let's see what we can do with some flowers, even though it doesn't need it. Let's freehand. I only want the green and this one. I don't really want the purple one. I should leave all of that out. Okay. We can turn it and put it here. And let's crop this one. Actually, I don't feel like doing all of that cropping, so we won't. It's truly good enough the way that it is. But we will duplicate this again and have it chill right here. And let's see if we can grab anything else from the Discord. I definitely don't want to have to crop anything. And we're all the way back to March. Do we need a grow to hang out over here? I mean, technically we do not. We don't. But let's see if we can find one anyway. We could do the butterfly. Yeah, let's do the butterfly. And then let's crop it again. Freehand crop. So not easy. Why is it this complicated? That works. Butterfly. Yeah, that definitely works. Okay, cool. I think I liked it better right there. And that's gonna be all for that. Now, what I'm gonna do is I am going to grab what happened to my thingy? Through 27th. Okay, so that's gonna be the layout, and let me grab the images. I don't need the text. Well, yes, I do, because I want to be specific. So I'm gonna grab all of this, and then I'm going to copy it, and then I'm going to go into split view and open Chat GPT. And let's paste.
Subscribe to my channel for more content like this.
And let's just start with something simple.
Now, let's get into it.
Help me plan my week. Okay. This is a lot of questions. Do I want to organize by date, task, or type? I have to meal prep. I need to do some, meal prep, wellness, no class, set a goal, let's do that. Oh my goodness, already so much. I don't take supplements. Oh, let me put in my, like, these are just suggestions. I don't know if I'll actually use them, or some of them, maybe I will. I made the spinach and sausage egg bites already. I don't have spinach, and I would go get some more, but that's not what I want. I mean, well, I kind of do actually. It was really good. My affirmations, I can pull in an affirmation. For my strength and perseverance, do I give myself credit? I am deserving of all of the good things in life. I am capable and confident at what I do, even though it says it the other way around. My self-esteem grows as I practice self-acceptance. Yes, this is why I haven't been going into any school events, because they try to play me and passively aggressively attack my self-esteem, and I'm like, y'all have power though, boo. So let's paste it over here. Why can't I paste? And I'm gonna change the font to Impact. No, I want to change it to Baskerville, and make it half, center it, and then let's grab it with the circle. Images, take that off. Okay, I'm gonna have to fix my songs. I need to make a whole new playlist. It didn't go the way I intended, but that's my affirmation. I don't necessarily have to write affirmation there, even though a lot of times I will put affirmation, right? I kind of stopped doing it though. Deep clean kitchen and fridge. Oh my gosh. Grocery shop and cook 2 meals. Okay, I'll take that for Tuesday. Oh my gosh. Because I have to do the meal prep. I'm going to paste it right here, up here. I'm going to change the color of it to white. And then I'm going to enlarge the screen and move it down here. And I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. Grocery shop and cook 2 meals. We like that. Oh, but that's not the 20. I should put some dates on here. The 23rd. Okay, we can try to do a light workout in 30 minutes of reading. Paste. I need to change the color of it. Undo. Paste. Color white. Grab it and enlarge. Okay. Thursday. I don't have class on Thursday. At least it got Sunday right. Paste. And let's make this a little bit bigger. So I'm gonna clean the kitchen today, so that doesn't need to be on there for Monday, and I have to go grocery shopping today, so that doesn't have to be on there. And I'll probably just cook some meals. Well, yeah, because I'm gonna have to eat. Unless I get some stuff that I could just pop in the microwave, but more than likely I'll just meal prep and make my own stuff that I can pop in the microwave. I actually prefer that. Let's say budget review, grocery run on Sunday, meal prep for 3 days only. Let's say butterfly area. No class this week. Look at this. It matched it up. So left side, this is the left side. Morning stretcher walk. Okay, I'm gonna copy that. Copy. Paste. Oh my goodness, this takes thinking out of it so much easier. I really had not felt like it. And it didn't put times on everything. I don't take supplements. We'll try to go tech free an hour before bed. Does that mean I have to do my TV too? If I had a real book, I'm lying. I have plenty of real books. Not just audiobooks. I never even got back around to the audiobook that I was listening to. Okay, we're tech free before an hour for bed. Drink 80 ounces of water for the week. That means I should put a tracker in here. Is it a weekly thing? 80 ounces of water. Wellness habits. Oh, that's the title. Copy. Paste. Let's make it bigger. I'll change all of this font around later. I mean, I may not need to, but if I feel like it, I will. And let's drink 80 ounces of water. How are you gonna know? I'll make it big so we know that it's important. I don't take supplements. I drink coffee. That was a joke. Bottom left, meals to prep. I think I would like different meals. And then over here, we have no class this week. It's an optional class. Focus on my sleep routine. I always try to focus on my sleep routine. What is this? Weekly reminders. Copy. Paste. Edit, undo. Oh, why is it doing that? Because the dates are underneath there. Okay, I know what I have to do. I'm gonna have to grab all of the text in order for it to, like, the links are already on the page, but they're at the bottom of the page. And I forgot to move them before we put all of this stuff on there. So I'm gonna have to fish them out. Organized planner for May. Yes, that is definitely on the list for this week, so that because next week I'll be working on Friday when I'm supposed to do the live stream. So where are they? I don't want to move them out of order. Let's duplicate it. It's a little off center so that it can be a little bit bolder. How about we move it and make it a little bigger? Okay, I don't know what it is. Suddenly I'm warm. It's because of this light. It's so hot. It's chilly, but I guess because of the light and the warm coffee in the hair, and it's all like, you're warm now. So, middle right, open notes. This is weekly reminders. Paste. Undo. All right. It gave us a lot. It really did give us a lot. Okay. This is my goal. But this is not, let me see. I will copy this, and what I will do is I will paste it here, and we'll grab this text here, we'll delete that, we'll resize it. And we can text now. Let's center. And let's do this. Undo. And like I said, if I want, so I'm going to leave it right there with the Chat GPT. Why is my clock on my iPad the wrong time? That is so interesting. It says 9:41 on my iPad. Tuesday, January 9th?
Subscribe to my
What?
channel for more content like this. And ring the
But
bell
that,
for notifications
no,
of when I
it still
post.
says the
Now,
same
let's
thing.
get into it.
How is it doing that? Let me try that again. Is that just on Goodnotes? It's not. What's going on? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry that I am like, let me just jump out of what I'm doing to fix this. How would I even fix it? In my control center? General software, date and time, 24-hour time. It still says 9:41. And the rest of it won't click. Okay, there we go. And it went back to Cupertino. I don't live in Cupertino. Oh, because I have it on set automatically. Maybe that's telling you something. Something is going on with them. There we go. Let's leave it at that for now. But it still didn't change. Oh, okay, I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to have to call Apple anyway because I canceled my Apple Music and I got their individual, because I canceled my family plan. So I canceled Apple Music because it was going to come in with the new plan they have for individuals that you can't, you got to get that or just subscriptions. And so now I don't have access to any of my previous music when I just changed the plan, which Apple Music is included in the plan that I have. So I'm gonna have to call them so that they can fix it. And none of my stuff, probably because I don't have my cloud on, I have to go through my devices and turn my cloud back on, but the stuff is not willing to transfer so easily. Even if I have my phone plugged into my desktop, it won't. Anyway, I looked at the clock that we were using. I mean, the one on my Mac, the desktop. When we started, it was like 12:03, 11:03. That means we're over. My gosh, I don't know why I was thinking of going to 23. It is time to say goodbye. I think we've done enough. I've showed you how I use ChatGPT to come up with ideas for my planner. I didn't get to my pivot plan. I'm going to take a few more minutes just so that you can, because I always say, I don't do anything, and it's true. I don't. I just make it seem like I don't do anything. So I'm going to start preparing for my May pivot plan. I did all of this, so let's check it off. This was already created when it was created. We did this part.
I did the wire frame. I should do this before it's over with, before May is over. I mean, April is over. Mm, we didn't do this. We did this. I think we did this. We had already done that. Yeah, before I did this, started working on this or organizing the pivot plan. I had already did that part. And I have to do this part. So those are, April's not over, but I did most of it. And so I have to start looking at my May pivot plan so I can see what I can do. A lot of this stuff only takes a day because ChatGPT does most of the work of the writing. It's my creative genius, but ChatGPT helps me to execute the writing because that's the part that takes a long time. And it helps my creative genius with giving me ideas to explore. So I use ChatGPT quite a bit. And so I guess we will call it here now that I've shown you the pivot plan. I showed you my recipe cards last week. I did not update them. I only put in the pulled pork sliders one, and I haven't. And that one even shouldn't even. Oh yeah, no, this one I didn't change the title over here because I made. No, what did I not change? That doesn't go there. That's where. Oh, because I was gonna make muffins. These are two different recipes. Well, where's the pulled pork sliders? Why is it not on the right page? It should be over here. Oh, I didn't change the recipe, the ingredients for all of them. But anyway, I'm just delaying the inevitable. It's time to say goodbye. So, if you made it here for this long, go ahead and click subscribe. You know you want to. Thank you for watching with me. Even if you aren't watching the live stream, it's quite all right. I don't mind. You can still leave a comment on anything we've discussed. Scan the QR code right there or click the link in the description and make sure that for the resurrection you revive some love, some light and levity and laughter just into the world in general. We need that. A lot like humor. Listen, when I said that I believe in equal power between the people, the government, and corporations, who got the memo? Listen, I love you and I hope you love me too. If you don't, that's okay. I love myself, but I will check in with you next week. All right. Don't forget to